Hello and welcome to another episode from Marriott Culture Talk. Today we have a special guest. We have Sumana, who is the training lead for Sheraton Mall of the Emirates and Aloft Dubai Tea. Sumana, welcome to Marriott Culture Talk, and we are glad to have you on this episode, and we're going to be spending time getting to know you and learning a lot from you. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Terry.
All right, Sumana, tell us, how did you start? Where are you from? What have you done? How is your journey so far? You look young, yeah? So, but I'm sure that you have a wealth of knowledge and experience that you would love to share with the team.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the
Welcome.
introduction, Tariq. Yes, when you talk about young, I've got this a lot, and I would rather take it as a compliment.
Compliment. I promise it's compliment.
All right. So yes, currently I'm taking care of Sheraton Mall of Emirates and Aloft Dubai Creek as the Assistant Cluster Learning and Development. It all began, the story began when I took a leap of faith and moved to Bangalore from New Delhi and started my journey with Marriott International back in 2019. So I still remember the date. It's 11th March 2019.
Wow.
And I've recently completed 5 years with
Amazing.
Marriott.
Did you get the pin?
I did.
Yes, that's an honor. Everybody would.
And the certificate.
Yes, that's a great achievement. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. About my journey with Marriott, I believe I take it very personally. It's very deep to my heart throughout the journey that Marriott has supported me. Starting with day one when I started off with Marriott, starting off with the core values that my mentor at that time was talking about during orientation, and it goes in deep root.
Everything happens in the orientation.
Everything. And it felt, you kind of get those goosebumps, and it just goes in your soul and veins that, okay, you are a Marriott associate.
It's a match.
It's a match. When you talk about putting people first, pursue excellence, act with integrity, serve our world, embrace change, all these things that when they were talking about, I could really correlate with all the examples that they were putting in. Marriott, honestly, it's not just a word of mouth when they talk about putting people first. I am a true example when it comes to Marriott standing on to its core values, saying putting people first. I started off with the guest service associate at JW Marriott Bengaluru. That was my very first property, and I had recently moved. So I was working before as an executive development trainee, so like how we have EDP now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cracked EDP, but I was with Marriott Hotels and Resort right after I came out of my hotel management and I moved in. And I started it off and I moved to Marriott. So I had a bit of experience, but Marriott was a new place and a new culture. So leaving the executive position, I started off again with guest services associate. And I think that's where I clicked while I was
moving from operation to training.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was still as a guest service associate in front office with JW Marriott, and the first year I was understanding how at your service works. That this was the first time as an operator you were taking food orders as well. And it's like one point of contact for everything.
You know everything about the hotel.
Everything about the hotel. So you need to have knowledge about absolutely anything and everything. Yeah. So you are the core of the hotel. People from outside, inside, everywhere. I think that was a great idea of putting me in at your service first before moving me to the front desk, because at your service I gained all the information. Yes. And the fire about training happened in at your service. So I was there, I was a senior associate, it was already 6 months, I had cleared my probation and I was qualified enough to get more associates and buddy them or whichever new joiners are coming in. And there was this one time when the new joiner came in and I would buddy them and I would be like trying to take calls, because you know when it's the first time you're doing a job, it creates nervousness.
Difficult,
and I would be like, I am there, You just take the call. If something happens, I'll assist you with it. And I would see them develop, and that's where I realized maybe maybe this is something that gives me peace and solace and a sense of accomplishment.
Yes.
That more than the guest, yes, it was amazing. I still have a soft corner for front office, but this was something amazing.
Great.
I did move to front desk after that, and I was there for about 2 years, few months, and that's when the learning and development opportunity happened within Marriott. And Marriott gave me that opportunity that I moved from operations to training. Now, when I talk about training, I believe that training is something you do not leave operations at all. So if I was taking care of front office, now I take care of F&B, housekeeping, and every other department, because you have to get them together. And
it's a big responsibility.
It's a bigger responsibility.
We share the same background actually. I came from operation and I moved to HR through trainings and gradually. So I hear you, and I believe that the training is a great part of our organization and create a big culture. So tell me how people are loving training because of you and your passion. I really respect the passion that you're talking in. So how are you trying to bond the team with training through your passion?
Well, I believe when passion is involved, it comes naturally.
Yeah.
One of the very important parts when it comes to training and bringing people together is the relation that you build with your team members and your leadership. And it is important that they understand why is it important to them. And
what's their benefits? What's in it for them?
Exactly. What is in it for them? So when we do some departmental training or department focused training, we tell them about what are the concerns that have happened and how this training would benefit them. If we talk about some behavioral trainings that are happening, we talk about how it will help them in growing their career. So I believe, it's all about creating a space for them where it's benefit for both of us.
Normally people would love training and training people, and they will differentiate it from HR a little bit. Yeah, so great start. So tell us about your hobbies. What do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, something that you already know is dancing.
I did my research. Dancing.
Yes, dancing. Yes, I feel it's a very good way to get the stress out. Also, that I don't exercise, so when I dance, it's a kind of exercise too. But apart from that, I'm very interested in arts. I like painting. In my free time, I also like to meditate. Some of the time, I'll spend some time watching some nice series or some interesting movies that I've heard from them. So a fun fact about me is I like to know the story before I watch the movie.
Oh, why? You're not burning it?
No.
Okay.
I'm not one of those people who are like don't
you know the end? You want to be
don't tell me something because it'll be a spoiler. I'm more of like a person. Tell me the story. What is it about? And then I like to
drive the excitement.
Drive the excitement.
All right. Among my research, they told me that you have a nickname in the hotel.
Do I?
Yes. I would leave it with you. If you want to share that later on and you tell everybody about it, I would leave it. Yeah,
I don't know. Is it a Minnie Mouse?
Yes, exactly. So
okay.
That's the nickname. Why do you have that nickname?
Because of the way I talk sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Minnie Mouse because.
Okay.
Obvious reasons. But yeah, I'm always running here and there. Okay. Interestingly, my Chinese sun sign also talks that I'm a mouse as my birth year. But that's a funny name, but it correlates to me jumping here and there, talking to people, running around the hotel, going up and down, following up, getting behind people with the trainings, and yeah.
I see the passion. Thank you very much so far. Okay, we're doing okay. Shall we cruise in?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, good. So, as a female in leadership, how do you see Marriott supporting you And what message would you give to all the females that are starting their career with Marriott and doing a good job? So what would you tell them from your story?
From my story, I believe embrace the change. That's one thing that has always been important. Whether it's a female or any person who's joining Marriott and is in a position where they're starting their career, I believe embracing change, taking up the challenge, take change. Don't be scared of the changes.
Don't be scared. Yeah.
Take it as an opportunity. Some changes you will learn. Some changes will bring wonders. So it's a true learning experience through and through. Sometimes it also talks about do not wait for the opportunities to come in. If you see, you chase for it.
Seek for the opportunity.
Seek
Very
for
good.
the
Yeah,
opportunity. And Marriott gives you that space and that area and that comfort, that whatever you're passionate, if you're passionate about something, if you have the zeal to achieve, you can go for it. It's, as a company, it comes from the heart when I say it. There is nothing as senior or junior when we talk about Marriott. You can be 25 and you can be leader and nobody would be judging you because you have proven yourself and you have that passion. I am 28 and I am an Cluster Assistant Learning and Development Manager, which was something before joining Marriott I would have been like, oh, just 28 and Cluster Assistant Learning and Development Manager.
It would be stereotyping.
It would be stereotyping, and now you see it gave you that space. And I'm not just talking about me. If you see the Marriott profile, you would see so many general managers who are in their 30s and early 40s, and they're doing it, and they're doing it amazingly. Mr. Bill Marriott was just 25 when he took over the first hotel. So I believe, it all comes down from there.
Very good, amazing. So thank you very much so far. Last message that you would like to share with all the associates of Marriott in UAE while they are embarking their journey with Marriott. So what message would you give them?
Well, one of the strongest message that comes to my mind is be inspired.
The B thingy.
Be courageous.
Yeah.
And just be yourself. It's a great space and it's gonna take care of you any which ways. Just have that passion and zeal in you and you would thrive.
Yeah, amazing. So have that passion and the company will take care of you. Thank you very much, Sumana. It was a pleasure having you on the Marriott Culture Talks. Thank you, everyone. Stay tuned for more episodes.
Thank you so much, Tariq.
Thank you. Thank you.